Hello everybody, I am Jesse King and today we're going over the Paladins patch notes. It looks like we're going to have something called Sands of Myth, a new game pass. It looks pretty interesting, it looks very Egyptian themed. I really like what I see from it. So if we just scroll down here, this battle pass will start after this current battle pass ends and will end in late May. The Sands of Myth pass costs 600 crystals back. If you finish the whole entire pass, you'll get your money back, which is really nice. You'll get 8 skins, which it tells us what they are. It's Tome Keeper Tiberius, Crypt Guardian Rom, and Divine Daughter Ying. And if I remember what I saw correctly, there's also a Maeve skin, which looks really nice if you're into cat girls, that is. So this is what the Tomb Keeper Tiberius looks like. I really like what he looks like. He looks like Anubis, and I really like Anubis, so that's pretty cool. A Jar Death Stamp, which is what that little dog with the tongue sticking out is, and a nice avatar, which is really cool. That is Rom, Crypt Guardian Rom. Another Anubis-like style, but with ox hooves, and he looks very evil, and I like that. Divine Daughter Ying, sexy as always. Emerald Bandit Maeve, very cat-like. So this is of course the Sphinx Solar Tiberius, the skin swap, if you will, which I really like the different color. I like this one better than the other one. Undead Colossus Realm, I really don't notice a big difference. I think there's just more gold. Hold up. Yeah, I don't really notice a big difference between the two realms, honestly. And then the High Priestess Ying, she's got purple hair. She looks a lot more evil than her counterpart. I think they look equally awesome. And the Temple Raider Maeve, which is limited, and she looks like something that came out of the Cats movie. Even so, I think I like it still. We got a new death card, which is Pepper, which is basically Pip. My poor boy, what have they done to you? They sexualized you for the furries. We got some more sprays. Frog Isle has gotten a rework, and I think it looks really nice from the video that I've watched, which we will be watching here in a little bit, just to save you guys some time. They've added a lot more frogs to it, but they've also added a lot more nicer details and more contrast to what it looks like. So let's just take a little gander at this. Alright, so now I have the video of Frog Isle between the differences between the old one and the new one, and we're going to watch it right now. Looks a lot more brighter. And the frog in the background right there. A lot more frogs. All the frogs. The big froggo. I like that. I like that a lot. They have removed the kill cam in the top play. They removed it because they poorly implemented it early because lots of other games do it and they thought, oh, we can do it too. But they failed miserably. And they kept trying to fix the bugs, but new bugs would just keep appearing every time, so they're just getting rid of it. And instead, they're going to give us death cards, which will be an interesting prospect. I don't really necessarily like that they're going to charge money for it, though. Yeah, feels just more like a money grab than anything. MVP screen and Ocolods. I don't know if I pronounced that word correctly, but basically, after a match, you can give someone a thumbs up after the match for doing a good job, just praise them or whatnot. Kind of like how League of Legends does it, if anyone's played League of Legends. Yeah, right here it says that you can praise your team for their leadership, teamwork, or skills after a match has been completed. You can get rewards for being praised, which is really nice. I don't think Skyrider, the Death Stamp looks really cool, but you get a lot of stuff, like 100 commendations, comes a highly rated limited title, 200 a golden chest, 300 the Death Stamp, 400 a diamond chest, 500 a loading frame awarded at the end of Season 3. So that'll be pretty cool. We are able to grant 8 commendations every 24 hours. You cannot commend the same player multiple times in a 24-hour basis. You can only do it one time. And people who are banned from like cheating and whatnot, the commendation count will be reset to 0. I kind of appreciate that, but I don't know how much that will stop from people from doing it. Something else that we're getting some loading screen art, the portrait frames before the match starts. We're getting a lot of the obsidian and cosmic skins, getting some portrait art, which is nice, and I greatly appreciate that because all of this is just a question mark. You know, just in the works, that's all it is. We're also will be getting some rewards for St. Patrick's Day as well as Easter, so that'll be nice. And this is where I said that the depth cards is a money grab, because in order to get one, it costs 300 crystals. I think that's about $5 per. I'm not entirely too sure. I think you can spend $10 for 3. I think you can spend $10 for 3, yeah. And this is what it will look like. It'll look like these little pictures, and it will have like a little phrase like "scanning in the depths, sink into the pitch black of the abyss." Ooh, you know, like I don't know if that's really worth it, honestly, but you know, if I find one that I like, I'll probably end up buying one. Like I like the little fox one right here with like the moon, honestly. The thing is that they have removed the ability to purchase champion mastery levels. Most people that won't bother, but if you're trying to get talents really quickly to have a better time playing with a champion, you're going to want to do that now. So hurry up on that one. Also, we're getting some more golden skins. I honestly thought that all the characters already had a golden skin, but apparently we do not. So Cassie's getting one. Her bird, I like how her bird looks, honestly. Makoa's getting one. He looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, honestly. Torvald's getting one. He looks really cool. And that's it, actually. I thought there was going to be more. All right. We're getting a new chest, Steel and Fire. It's 400 crystals. Yay, pretty expensive, not gonna lie. Steelforged Terminus, Dragonborn Moji, Drakefire Tyra, Nightmare Fernando, Legionnaire Atlas, and Steelforged Barrack. So we get this new skin, Terminus Steelforged, back from the Steelforged Battle Pass. This skin was not part of that Battle Pass, but obviously they thought about it and they want it in the game. So here he is now. We got the Gothic Horrors for 300. Brimstone Grug, Death Speaker Ying, Dutchman Mokoa, Hemlock Willow, Huntsman and Druxus, Iron Maiden, Inara, Nightbane Cassie, and Wickerman Meldamba. For ranked, we're going to be getting some map rotations. That'll be interesting. I don't play a lot of ranked, but I'm going to eventually on this channel, so you know, that'll be cool. And of course, for the part that everyone's probably came here for is the balances. Ash's ability, the Burst Cannon, has been reverted from the Season 3 changes. The damage from 360 back to 400. She'll definitely appreciate that. His cards were changed. His double time, the rocket boots, have been adjusted so that like his healing has been reduced and the duration has been reduced. The field deployed turret. Oh, yeah. The field deployed turret healing per turret hit has been reduced as well, and the healing station has been reduced as well. So lots of nerfs for Barrack, which I will appreciate because I see a lot of Barracks and they're quite annoying to deal with. Bomb King, Royal Subjects. Not really a nerf, but more, I mean, it's kind of a nerf, honestly, but it's something that should have been how it should have been. That was English. He now has a damage fall off curve, which he should have had, and previously he actually got increased damage on city bomb detonations at the same distance from a target compared to base. So he should have been doing a lot less damage the more further away you were, which explains why Bomb King was so strong. So Furious Talent Cherish has been reduced from 25% to 15%. That might actually ruin Cherish because there's some other abilities that are better, honestly. Okay, Totemic Ward, old. The healing totem originally would heal 30% more and would give immunity to crowd control for 2 seconds. The new ability, though, gives it a third charge of healing totem, increases their healing by 20%. Now, when I first read this, I heard third charge, and I went, huh? But of course, immediately after saying that, I then looked here, and of course, I mean, it was right in my face. Healing totem now has 2 charges, which means I'm pretty sure you can put 2 totems down at once. So that's awesome. Totem healing now stacks. That's really nice. Increase max allowed totem counts from 2 to 3. Reduce healing per second from 420 to 250. So you're actually already getting a healing increase by 70 extra healing per second, which is really nice. But once you use your 2 totems, I'm assuming that that's going to hurt you a little bit. But the cooldown has been reduced by 5 seconds, and that's really nice. as well as the effect radius being increased. So honestly, Healing Totem actually got a pretty big buff. I mean, imagine having 3 healing totems going on at once with a 20% increased heal. That's like a 60% increase. Yeah, that's actually really good. I did not realize what I was talking about when I was talking about his old talent being better. Ghost Walk. Increase the duration from 1 second to 2 seconds. He will definitely appreciate that. Increase the movement speed from 20% to 50%. But the cooldown has been increased by 3 seconds, so you're not going to get out of situations that you think you would. And of course, finally, his ult, Tempest. His healing has been reduced by 300 per second. His movement speed has been reduced by 10%. His max allied healing count has been increased to 3 though, and his max enemy hit count has been increased by 3. So it's going to be more of a support-based ult, which is how it is already, but I don't think there's going to be a huge change other than the healing, but you're going to be healing 3 allies now instead of 2, so it might actually be stronger than what it is now. As well as his cards being changed. From what I've been seeing, Grok is definitely getting a huge major rework. So Shamanic Might, his weapon reduced health has been decreased to 50. Astral Traveler, his movement speed bonus from 25% went down to 10%. Phantom, Ghost Walk. Okay, the Phantom card, its old usage was to increase the duration of Ghost Walk, but now it heals for 100, so that might actually be useful. Gale decreases the cooldown, has been reduced from 1 second to 0.6, so almost a half cut. And Healing Rain, the healing totem, renamed to Spirit's Grace, which once allies inside your healing totem are healed for 1% their maximum health every 1 second. I'm not entirely too sure if anyone actually used that or not. I didn't. New allies inside your Healing Rain gain a 6% increased moving speed for 1%. Times that by 5, that's going to be a 30% increased speed, so that's going to be really nice. So Crackle, the healing totem, it goes from the lifetime increase of 0.6 to 0.2, so that's going to be really sad because you can increase your totem's lifespan by 2.5, so that might actually hurt 3 totems, honestly. The Monolith totem basically increased the health of your totems, and it's going to be reduced down to from 250 to 100. Still, you gotta stack that to like almost 3 totems, that's 300 HP each. So it's kind of more of a buff depending on the talent that you use. And Outreach Healing Totem, which its old usage would increase the radius, but now it increases the deploy range, which is an interesting situation because I always thought that that was kind of needed, but I really didn't want them to increase the get rid of the card that increases the radius of it, because I thought that was cool too. Imagine being able to deploy it very far away and also have the radius being big. I feel like that would be really cool. Apparently Inara was nerfed. Originally she was doing 225, but she was nerfed to 210. They did not intend that, so they're going to change it back. I will greatly appreciate that if anyone has watched my first video. Koga, Adrenaline Junkie. Increased damage threshold per energy point. Basically, if I remember correctly, Adrenaline Junkie gives you energy by the amount of damage that you've done. So you have to do more damage to get more energy, basically. Trigger Happy. So basically, you gain HP by the damage that you do, and that has basically been cut in half. Surprise, reduce ammo generation to 5. That's not a huge change. Tenacious, reduce the healing. That'll be very useful by 20. Memento, reduce ammo increase to 5. That's cut in half. So I say that Kuga got a pretty big nerf. Maeve, Predation now only works against players. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's not a huge nerf at all. Makoa, Shell Shield has been increased by only 250, but still that is very nice to see. Of course, Makoa's ult Ancient Range health gain has been reduced from 5,000 to 4,000. I don't really see why they would do that though, because Makoa was still kind of easily killed during his ult. It was only a 1v1 situation when you were screwed and you already had used your F. You were basically dead if that happened, but like it just didn't really need that, honestly. I don't play Makoa, but I'm just saying. Maldamba, his ability, Gourd, increased healing per tick from 45 to 60. Oh. Increased that with his talent, and that's going to be dangerous. Rom got a nerf, and I'm very happy about that. Very happy, because I always see a Rom, and I just cringe just at the thought of what I'm going to face with. Reduce damage reduction during charge from 75% to 50%. You're not going to live forever, Rom. You're going to die eventually. I'm happy about that. The ability Juggernaut, reduced damage from 700 to 600, and his distance has been reduced as well. So his Juggernaut got hit pretty hard. I still think Juggernaut will still be strong regardless, and I feel like we're going to see a lot of Rom regardless. Ceres. Restore Soul has reduced cooldown from 2 seconds to 1.5. That's pretty nice. A nice buff. Alright, Shaolin. I'm actually editing a video on Shaolin, which that'll be fun when that comes out. Increase the minimum projectile speed from 100. Increase the minimum projectile speed when drawing bow from 120 to 300. So I'm really hoping that means that the speed in which you draw the bow is faster, because I think Shaolin will greatly benefit from that, and I think Shaolin will jump up some tiers if that is the case. Reduce the base gravity on arrows from 3 to 0.8, so will not fall nearly as fast, so his range will be increased. I feel like that will help him with snipers. And remove the gravity scaling from fully drawn arrows. Like I said, increases his range. So he's going to get more range, and he's going to be a lot faster in shooting. I feel like that's going to be great. Obviously, he won't have the scope, but, you know, do what you gotta do. And of course, Sky had a little bit of a meme situation where she could be a healer, and it turned out to be a really good thing. It actually was like really strong. So they nerfed it quite a bit, actually. I'm kind of sad because I like it when champions can be one thing or another and just do it very well regardless. It's like, yeah, I'm a flank, or I'm a medic, or I'm a tank. I don't really care what I am. But basically they removed a 1 second duration from it, and the allies that you heal has been reduced from 200 to 150. Cards Dissipate. Reduce the duration from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. I don't really play much dice, so I don't really know what that means. Terminus. Blood and Stone, basically his power siphon charge has been reduced almost by half. You'll definitely feel that the more of the levels that you put on the card. Abomination. Calamity Blast. Reduce the power siphon charge gain from 3% to 2%. I don't really think that would be too much of a change, honestly. Tiberius. Abilities. Blade Dance. Alright. So if I remember correctly, Blade Dance is the ult. So there's like this moment where you can't do anything after using a move, and I think they reduce the time that you can't do anything, which will allow Tiberius to 1, live longer, and 2, not die all the time when he's using his ult, and I greatly appreciate that. However, Tiberius's card's Dragon Rise has been reduced from 25 to 15 healing per chakram hit, which is interesting because at max level that's 125, and that's going to be like 60 if I remember correctly. No, 75. It's going to be 75. On senses, the ultimate charge gain from 8.8% to 0.6. Times that by 5, that's about 3% rather than a 4.2%. I'm not entirely too sure. So he's not going to get his ult nearly as much, but at least his ult is going to be better. Torvald. Alright, let's talk about Torvald. Protection. Reduce the shield from 1,000 to 500. That's definitely going to hurt Torvald. Like, some champions can do more damage than 500. So I feel like Torvald's going to get hit pretty hard for that. Ying, Illusion. Basically, the healing per shot has been reduced by 20. I don't think that's going to be huge. Ah, yes, Zen. I made a video about Zen. I really enjoyed playing Zen. I said that Zen was very strong. However, they're going to nerf him, and I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it's going to be great going against him, but playing him might be a bit more difficult. Guillotine, remove the damage immunity. Honestly, they should just remove the 15% increase in the speed that you get your ultimate, because it's going to make Guillotine useless. Like, Guillotine was just like a free, like, hey, look at that, I could actually do this for free without dying. Yay! But now that won't be a case. And Smolder, reduced heal per second from 25% to 15%. I really like 25% because that's 2 seconds, and now it goes like 50% of your health back. Yeah, that was strong. And then you can put a card that would like increase your HP by 250, so you got like 125 extra HP because of your Smolder. Ooh. Instead it's going to be only 30% of your HP, so you're just going to run away with it, and then you're going to pray that you survive. I still think Smolder will be better, but that'll definitely make his other ability, what's it called? Can't remember it, but basically it just like makes your last hit do 150 more damage. It definitely will make it a little more interesting, but I think Smolder will still be stronger than it. And of course, little bug fixes like the audio of Grumpy Bomb not playing during the explosion, Amani not getting multi-kills during her Dragon Call, Io's Goddess Blessing talent still providing 25% damage when it should only be doing 15, Maeve not sitting on her mounts correctly, Makoa's Pluck talent, Titled Grace card would stop working a match if Shell Shield was active at the end of the round. Okay, that's interesting. I did not know that. Maldama not hearing the audio that plays when he hits a player successfully with Mimic Spirits. Moji no longer seeing the magic mark UI above an enemy's health bar if the enemy disconnected during the match. Pip's healing potion reduced from 1,200 to 1,000. Shaolin audio cues not being played if they were outside of his stealth detection radius. Talus's trick or treat skin audio weapon fire being fixed. Terminus's power siphon dead zone absorb damage would not contribute to the charging of calamity charges is fixed. Abominable Terminus could get into a state where he would be invisible after using his ultimate. This skin would be re-enabled when the patch goes live, so that's very interesting, and that should be fixed. Tiberius, aim assist properly to Tiberius when using Cane Bad. The description for Whirling Blade listed the incorrect damage value, and Tiberius's blade chakrams were louder than intended. So that'll be nice for the ears at the very least. Tyra's screen shaking has been fixed. Victor's audio for the Reaver and the Firestorm weapons when using the Burst Mode talent. And of course, all of these bugs that they fix. I am not going to read all of them because this page is super long. But of course, even though they fix all those bugs, or at least they say they do, there's probably still a crap ton more bugs to be fixed. Alright, so that's it for the Paladins patch notes. I think what I'm really excited for is the skins and the new changes to Frog Isle, as well as the changes to the characters. I think some of them will definitely be a lot more stronger, especially Shaolin. I'm really interested to see that. But if you guys made it this far, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you going into the next one. Peace.